I have one question, A and B. Which plans and policy do you plan to initiate in collaboration with the National Irrigation Authority? And B, I have no doubt in my mind, I've seen the passionate that you have in serving and providing water both for irrigation and domestic use. In that regard, having been a resident of KIRINYAGA and knowing all the rivers that we have, and especially on dry spells, we realize that water is not sufficient, and the pressure on our rivers, sometimes they don't even flow. What measures do you think also you put in place to make that when the water is needed, water is there? Because I believe apart from the passion and all the infrastructure you may put in place, if there will be no water in our rivers, then all those infrastructures and what have you, they will all be in vain. So what measures do you think we should put in place to make sure when water is needed for irrigation is there, when water is needed for domestic use is there?
And like I said earlier, we may not even have this kind of waste if we are able to process the waste. Because if you look at the skips in the town, most of the waste that is there is something we can recycle. So if we have good budgets and make good use of what the money that we have or that has been allocated in this particular docket, we may not even need these skips because we will be processing this kind of waste and making good use of it.
There are some of the challenges which I believe KIRINYAGA residents they are going through, and some of them I know. If I get into that position, I'll fast track so that they get implemented. For example, on Honorable Chair, we have the issue concerning water bills and also the issue of the meters. So if I get approval of this to this position, I will initiate, and I know it is there. The only thing is it's not yet implemented fully. The issue concerning automated water bills metering, whereby that's like when we have the electricity token, you can buy your 100 units and you know how to enjoy them. So if I get this position, I'll be able to fast track that so that we can also reduce the labor cost and also the service delivery to our customers will be efficient. Then another thing is to increase the infrastructure development in water so that we can have, so that our customers can get good services from, for example, our water service provider, that is KIRINYAGA.
Na nitwarikia kumuthikiriria ni acokie ciuria iria ciagirire iria tukwendete atucokerie, na twarikia nake tugucoka maoni maitu matwarirwo governor nigetha governor akimenye kana ni kwe kumwandika kana ndakumwandika. No undu uria wa bata muno mundu ucio tuguthurimaga thiini wa giikaro giki ni officer uria wagirirwo ni gukorwo ari arugamiriire maundu ma ukuria kana gutwarithia maendeleo thiini wa kaunti ya KIRINYAGA. Niwe uheanaga matenda, niwe umenyaga mbeca uria irekirwo budget-ini, na niwe umenyaga uria programs na projects ya KIRINYAGA ikwambiria kuheo ma contractor nigetha mathie na mbere. Ngiaria uguo ndiraria uhoro ta wa mabarabara, nimekwambiria riu guthondekwo wona mundu ucio andikwo, mathibitari maria marugamire nimekwambiria guthondekwo, project ciothe nginya cia mai iria ciarugamire ucio niwe officer uria wagiriirwo ni kwambiriria mutaratara ucio nigetha wona tenda ciaheanwo mawira mothe Kirinyaga mambirie kurutura wira. Koguo ni megukorwo magithii na mbere tondu kira twambiriirie nakio ni budget ya Kirinyaga, ni turahitukiirie governor budget, na thutha wa kuhitukia budget riu ni kunengere minister wa finance na officer ucio riu tuguthurimaga mawira macio tura expect kana turerigira ni mekwambiria kuma mweri wa keri na wa gatatu wira thiini wa Kirinyaga ni ukwambiria kuoneka ukirutwo tondu andu acio twinao ma office-ini riu.
What are you planning to do, or the activities you are planning to do to involve PWD in your activities when given the office? And the second question, because it is my prayer and wish that you get this position, how will you, or what are you planning to do to relate with the MCAs? Your intention, or how will you be relating with the MCAs once in the office?
Twa veti twina COL na COL othe me under department ya finance, kwina ke wa CO finance na CO budget and planning and procurement. Acieri ni kiongogeragia kuria CO kana ni he gukorwo na conflict tondu mothe me department imwe, no ni agitariria wega atwira wira wa chief officer wa finance ucio ni accounting na payment, na kio yungi ni wa physical expenditure na marutithania wira uguo, na ni ndakena muno ni uria governor areciririe tondu wira ucio ni muingi muno kurehe ma COL ni kugania wira nigetha tutigakorwo na mathina hingo ciothe gukoragwo na pending bills, hingo ciothe gukoragwo na rollover. Riu wira ni wahutha tondu ni wagayanio wira ucio turaruta biu na tutirawika na intimidation. Ona magiuka guku maroka kwanza questions. Oversight iti ambagiriria ati nyumba yako, oversight ambagiriria mafuku, budgeting, plan ya project. Tariwo rindi ni turametia project plan mahaririria atia nginya mwaka uyu ugiuka gukinya mweri wa gatandatu niki matuhariririe guturutira wira. Iyo project plan already ni magirwo guturehera. Ina iyo ni yitagwo oversight. Oversight tiguthie ground ati kuona ati nyumba irako, ni kumenya nyumba iyo igakwo atia, igakwo ri, irakwo na kahinda kaigana atia, irakwo na mbeca cigana atia, no urite tenda. Iyo ni oversight. Already ni tumetite project plan na ni maraturehera na matina thina mokaga me comfortable magioka guturehera maundu acio tondu ni part ya wira witu.
Okay, welcome Mr. Muremi. You can also have a seat. Okay. So before we start this process, I'll ask Honorable Jerry to read us with prayer so that we can start the vetting process.
And before you put the information on the revenue collection, and I think once we have the executive dashboard and the business plan module, we can now go to be fully implemented. I can list them as the single business permit, the parking,
to correct the garbage in the county. The skips has always been not been equally distributed because they are only given to the major towns, leaving the
To ask Maureen one question and two supplementary questions.
Okay.
So that I do I complete my concern.
Honorable Maureen, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Congratulations for
Thank
your
you.
nomination, and it's my prayer and wish that you pursue. Thank you.
percentage share again is about 80 to 90% done in settlement of those pending bills.
As at your point, you'll be interacting a lot with these two committees, Committee on Budget and Finance, when it comes to the budget making process. And
To the
include street lighting, which is in the energy part, and again, which is in this docket. And besides that, we also have
assist in enhancing efficiency and effectiveness in service delivery in the docket you have been nominated for.
Can you please, in a layman language, define the laws?
And I want to know how many factions do you know are devolved to the county government. But if you insist, you don't want to answer my question, you want to stick to your department.
School, and later went to KIRINYAGA Girls High School. I later moved on to the University of Nairobi for a diploma course, that is
master in procurement first, then I go back to strategic marketing.
But if you look at the budget, they are not there. Start paying bills, who's to blame? Thank you.
Hoping that you are ready.
yes, I am.
Yeah, so that you can start. So the first question, Madam Maureen. Madam Maureen, briefly tell us about yourself and what interest.
Are you aware that this department that you have interest, that is in environment, energy, and climate change, was devolved? And
2019 audit report, and from that report, out of about 500
Delays in approvals of tenders. At what point are these delays made? At what point are these delays made?
So the projections in the revenue collections are perennially being higher than the actual revenue collected.
And also particularly the forest bit of it, or the environment bit of it, it revolves around planting of trees. So I think we will take the initiative of His Excellency the President.
Independent constitution from 1963 up to 2010. It had a lot of amendments which were made. But at the time we had the new constitution.
What are you planning to do, or the activities you are planning to do to involve PWD in your activities when given the office? And the second question.
Peter, what measure do you plan to put in place at Biba Dam to ensure reduction of the peak flow entering?
Having been my colleague. So Maureen,
Yes,
which are some of these efforts in the department are you going to undertake towards increasing forest cover in our county?
Now, you said the problem of paying bills has haunted this county